Hi, everyone. Welcome to Mini Scroll, the daily internet culture podcast bringing you the biggest stories from social media, the creator economy, and the digital space every Monday through Thursday. I'm your host, Lauren Meisner, the founder of the youth digital media brand, Centennial World. Welcome back to Mini Scroll, everyone. Happy Thursday, I guess. Wednesday for some of you. It's Wednesday for me here in Canada. I'm kind of loving having like an earlier schedule. So I record Sunday through Wednesday here. And then I feel like for some reason it makes it feel like my weekends are longer, even though they're the exact same length. But I so appreciate everyone's support and kind words for our 300th episode yesterday. It meant so much to read all the comments and just all of your love. And I so appreciate it. I love you guys. All right, let's get into the stories for today. Okay, the first story that I have is that Sophia La Corte has responded to the backlash over her Halley Kate story time. So this situation has popped off so much. Like all these mainstream outlets are covering it now. And I find it so funny because when I first covered like the origins of this feud back in December 2023, I remember people were like, who the hell is this? And now like Us Weekly, all these huge titles are writing about it. It's so funny. So this has popped off so much in the last couple of days. So if you guys don't know like the origin of everything and how it kind of resurfaced now again this week, go back 2 episodes ago. I covered it. Basically, Sophia's series where she talked about how she got quote unquote canceled for going on a date with Halley's boyfriend last year while they were all single has absolutely blown up, and it has completely like unified TikTok. We are seeing these big influencers come out in support of Halley.
I never feel the need to speak on drama, but I actually hate that little ginger bitch. I hate her.
It's been really interesting. Everyone's kind of main problem is that Sophia is bringing this up again 8 months after all of it first happened, like after she went on a date with Reed. Obviously, Halley and Reed are back together now. They're about to move in together in September. And in this current moment, like before this happened, so like for the last few weeks, people have been talking about how, Reed has been making some more public appearances on Halley's podcast and social media. And her fans have been saying like, I don't think he likes her, and they just don't really appreciate how he interacts with her, at least publicly. So people felt like Sophia was like capitalizing on that discourse. So now she made these 3 videos. They got so much backlash, and she has returned with another video addressing now all this hate.
Oh my goodness. Some of you guys are acting like I drop kicked someone's puppy. I went on a date with a guy that was single. I guess the paparazzi cared and was commenting on his ex-girlfriend's stuff. Commenting on her post saying that me, Sophia La Corte, was with her ex-boyfriend. His ex-girlfriend texts me and says, "Hi, this is Halley," because she knows I don't have her number because we're not friends. "I'm getting DMs that you were on a date with my ex last night." Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know you owned him. He wasn't wearing a collar. You did all that online. You brought all of this online, and now you're back together with him, but you still all want me dead. He went on the date too. Don't quote me, but I think he was there. I feel like if anyone owed her any loyalty, even though we were all single, it would be him, because they're the ones that dated for like 9 months.
So I think this particular video shows that it's clear that she's really playing into this kind of villain character, right? I think she's using this moment to her advantage as PR, basically, which I think would normally be fine. But the issue that people have is that this is like targeting a real relationship. Like Halley and Reed got back together. It might be different if they had stayed broken up. And I have also seen a lot of discussion around the fact that like our anger or criticism should be directed towards Reed, because like obviously Sophia is like getting so much hate right now. So it's like it should be not directed towards Sophia and it should be directed towards Reed. The reason why some people feel like that's not super valid is because Reed didn't like cheat on Halley with Sophia, or he didn't go on a date with Sophia while he was still with Halley. They were all single. So like Sophia bringing up this story time, talking about how her and Reed had this like super intimate makeout and this crazy connection and stuff, talking about someone else's current boyfriend who she knows she had a really bad breakup with before she went on this date with her. And people are like, you guys are also like colleagues, like coworkers. You're kind of in the same, circle. So that's why people are going after Sophia instead of Reed. But yes, I hope Sophia can handle it. The amount of like press and attention and PR flurry that this has received feels disproportionate to like what actually happened, to like the story at hand. Okay, the next story that I have for you guys is that Young Gravy has shut down claims that he asked Hawk Tuah girl out in her DMs. This is like the celebrity brain rot stupidity that we need. So a couple of days ago, the Hawk Tuah girl, whose real name is Haley Welch, told TMZ that Young Gravy slid into her DMs and asked her on a date. She said, quote, "I was like, nah, I don't know about that." So she basically said he slid into her DMs, asked her out, and she rejected him. So he posted screenshots of their DMs with the caption, "Can't be nice anymore, lol." And in these DMs, it showed that Haley actually messaged him first. So Haley wrote, "Hello, sir," to which he congratulated her on her success and invited her to one of his shows. He wrote, "Damn, I just looked at your page. You really out here doing this shit, lol, congrats, B. When I went to find your page, I was for real just trying to salute you for being a certified top champ. Oh, and this ain't me trying to finesse because I don't know your man's situation. And I wanted to have you at my show next month to hear my country shit." So he quite literally in that DM is like, well, she DM'd him first. And then he quite literally is like, "This is not me trying to like, finesse my way in. I'm not sure your situation. I want to invite you to my show." And who knows what his actual intentions were. But this is like the petty, like screenshot receipts, celebrity drama, like harmless drama that I love to see. And it's so interesting to see the continued, like, almost relevance of Hawk Tuah girl. And I do think that it will not last forever. Like, I understand she's still riding this wave, but she's been riding it for a long time. It has been months and months. It has definitely gone beyond, I think, what most of us expected. And I don't think it will last because the problem is she has not been able to separate her own personal brand as Haley Welch from Hawk Tuah girl because she didn't get social media quick enough. Like when she went viral, she didn't even have social media. And it took her a couple of weeks to like launch her accounts. And then when she did, they were these, I'm sure you guys have seen them, but like they were these like highly overproduced, almost like documentary style videos where she like shared about herself and her upbringing and her family.
I'm Haley and I'm from Belfast, Tennessee. It's a little small area near Lewisburg.
Such a PR move. It was like so clear she just got management and they were like, let's do this. And it felt so like off base for TikTok when she literally rose to fame on TikTok. I know there are many issues with Brittany Broski at the moment, but she is a great example of someone who literally like went viral as a meme, as Kombucha Girl. And then she was able to parlay that success, like move herself away from that one viral meme moment and like become her own individual influencer. Haley's taking a different approach. She's taking more of like a traditional celebrity approach, doing like club appearances and like having security around her and doing all of these like much more traditional PR moves, it feels. And I feel like she actually should have just stuck to being like an online celebrity. However, I think she doesn't know how to be that because she wasn't online. So she's not actually trying to, be like a comedian or like it was just like this random viral moment that happened. Like she was just right place, right time. She hasn't been able to show her audience or like anyone. I don't even know who her audience is, but she hasn't been able to show people like who she is. Outside of this kind of like heavily curated like PR fake celebrity thing. It's so bizarre what's going on, but like I'm talking about her, like it is like kind of working. I just don't know if it will last. Okay, and the last thing I wanted to talk about, this isn't really a story, but I wanted to just mention, I forgot to let you guys know, I listened to Jaclyn Hill on the Taylor Lautners podcast a few days ago. So she's done a 2-parter. The first part came out last week. The second part came out today. I haven't listened to that yet, but the first part was really, really good. I actually recommend listening if you have ever been a fan of Jaclyn. I know she's burned a lot of bridges, and you guys know I've gone on such a roller coaster with her, even just over the course of this podcast. I am definitely like an OG fan. I was a bit of an apologist for a long time. And then just so many lies, it felt, just kept happening. And I think I spoke in one episode last season about how I was like, I just had to be like done with her and that we needed to stop like trusting her and stuff. And I don't know, but she just has this like hold on me, you guys. I don't know what it is, but like I went right back. I'm in like a toxic relationship, like a toxic parasocial relationship with her. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about Jaclyn Hill, but like I love to watch her. I love to follow her journey, even if I know that she's like lying sometimes. I don't know. Anyways, so I listened to her on this podcast and she spoke about addiction a lot. So the first whole episode is about addiction. So it's very heavy, but it was so interesting. She spoke about how her father was an addict, one of her best friends, and her husband, obviously, and all three of them passed away from addiction. And she's never spoken about her father and his battles before. So that was like very interesting perspective. For me, it answered a lot of questions. Not necessarily about Jaclyn's, like shady business stuff that we all still have many questions about, but just more so like her motivations, her experiences. It really humanized her for me. And I don't know, I really recommend it if you are interested in that type of content or if you're interested in Jaclyn's experiences, her history, her journey, anything like that. I know she's doing the podcast rounds, and I know that Jen Loves Reviews did a full breakdown of her podcast with, I think it was Avery Woods, I think that's her name. They talked about Lipstick Gate, and she debunked like a bunch of Jaclyn's lies that she allegedly like told in this podcast. And so that was really interesting. I'm not really sure what her strategy is with the podcasts. I know recently, like a few months ago, she talked about how she might want to launch her own podcast or how that's like something she gets requested a lot. I feel like possibly she's on a bit of like an image cleanup, like a PR round, before she announces her next thing, whether that is the continuation of her makeup line. She has said, like, she's like, I don't want to be a boss, but she's like, but I will make makeup again. So I feel like she might be going into business, maybe doing like another makeup collab soon or something with a different brand, or launching her own podcast or something. I feel like something is coming because the fact that she is doing like these back-to-back-to-back podcasts, like something's coming. All right, guys. Well, that's it for Mini Scroll today. Just a short and sweet one, but thank you guys so much for listening. Please remember to rate, review, and subscribe. It means so much. It helps me grow. We are on the road to 10K on YouTube now, 10K subscribers. And already in the last like 2 months, our podcast views on YouTube have literally like quadrupled from any previous months. Like we are just, it's actually crazy to see like how it's growing. So we're on the road. We're on the way. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for listening. I love you. There will be a deep dive tomorrow, a highly requested episode, and then I will talk to you guys on Monday. Okay, bye.